Okay? So, we can give a lot more situations wherein politics is really ubiquitous. And it is unquestionably true that politics is not limited to the activity of the government. With this, understanding politics should be in a broader manner. Okay? So let us dissect politics. Now, here is a definition of politics that can serve as our starting point. Okay? That politics is a human activity that deals to a certain extent with power, conflict, and decision making. Okay? As Aristotle said, we are after all political beings. We are political animals. Okay? Now, the first thing that we have to establish when we talk about politics is that it is purely human activity. Why? Because human beings have rationality. Okay? And when we say rationality, it refers to our capacity, our ability to think and reason out. Okay? And hence, such ability is used by human beings to determine what is right and wrong and make decisions. Okay? With our rationality, we can rationalize, we can think, and determine what is right and wrong before making decisions. So it is a human activity. Okay? Now, in the case of ants, they have their queen, drones, workers, and soldiers. In short, they have division of labor. Can this be considered rationality? No. This is just based on their instinct because each ant cannot deviate from its role. They cannot think for themselves. Okay? Unlike humans who can think for themselves and can control their instinct. That is according to Sigmund Freud. Okay? And through our rationality, we do not commit anything against society's rules. If ever we do commit mistakes, we know that we would face consequences. Okay? So, rationality then is a gift. Okay? And this gift is what makes humans different from animals. Animals only follow their instinct. Although humans have instinct too, but it is dominated by rationality. Okay? Although sometimes we become irrational because we allowed ourselves to be what? Dominated by our instinct, our aggressiveness, rather than our rationality as human beings. Okay? Now, how is rationality related to being political? How is rationality related to being political? The answer can be seen in the work of Aristotle. And do you know that Aristotle is the father of political science? Okay. And we can see in his book, The Politics, about being political. Okay. And in this work, Aristotle surveyed numerous city-states of Greece to come up with a typology of government. Okay? And this typology of government forms will be discussed later on in the next chapters of our discussion. Okay, that's not Aristotle, huh? This is Aristotle. Okay? And in his book, The Politics, he discussed the relationship of rationality and politics. He believed that rationality is the starting point of politics. Now, to Aristotle, human beings are not only rational, but also teleological. Okay? What does that mean? human beings, aside from being irrational, okay, aside from being rational, human beings have telos also. And what is the telos? That is the goal that he wants to achieve. And the telos of man is to achieve happiness. Diba? Lahat tayo, you wanted to be happy. And according to Aristotle, yan yung pinaka-ultimate goal ng tao, to achieve happiness, to become actualized. Okay? But, according to Aristotle, to achieve the telos, to achieve the goal, to achieve the happiness, it would compel a person to interact with another human being. Okay? And human must use his or her rationality to achieve the goal. And he or she will realize that to achieve the telos, he must have to make relationship with other human beings. So it would compel man really to interact with another human being. Okay? And because of that, man will transition from being a rational being to becoming a social being. As they say, no man is an island. Now, in that situation then, man will interact with others because he cannot do everything alone. Okay? And he needs the help of others so that they can all have a chance to achieve happiness. Okay? So man will form his own group with other individuals with the same goal, but after some time, man's rationality will again dictate that a small group will not be enough to achieve happiness. Okay? There is a need then for the group to interact with another group to form a bigger group, daming group so that they can do more. Okay? So that they can do more and have a better chance of achieving their telos. Okay? Lalong-lalo na ngayon, we cannot deny the fact na dumadami ang bilang ng populasyon. Diba? And with that numbers of population, madaming naghahangad ng kaligayahan. Because that is the ultimate goal according to Aristotle. Tama ba siya? Well, in my opinion, yes. Okay? Because we wanted all to become happy. But we cannot achieve that alone. We must have to interact with other people. Okay? We must have to share to other people on how we are going to achieve the telos. Okay? Now, however, okay, because a group of people interacting to another group of people, there will come a point wherein the group will be too big enough. Masyado nang malaki, given the increase of population. Okay? So there is already a need for some leadership of governance. Okay? There is a need to establish leadership and governance in the society. Kasi nga, madami na. Mahirap nang kontrolin. At iba-iba tayo ng pamamaraan achieving our happiness. Okay? Therefore, the state is created by the natural rationality of man. And therefore, transforms man from being a social being to what Aristotle called a political being, a political animal, or zoon political. Okay? Now, Aristotle believed that the state is the ultimate organization that helps man achieve his ultimate goal. Okay? Aristotle then is implying that man can never achieve happiness without the state. And if we apply it in our times, that claim of Aristotle remains correct. Okay? We as individuals cannot really do everything alone. We need other people, our friends, family, relatives, those who are close to us. We wanted happiness. Okay? And we need other people and the state, because the state can provide us with public goods and services, okay, like security and social services that we cannot achieve without the state. So again, as Aristotle is implying, man can never achieve happiness without the state. Okay? Later, we will talk about the state, okay? And what are the elements of the state that are very important in order for an individual to achieve happiness.